Hello, everyone. This is Eric. It has been so long since I've spoken to any of you, and I just changed my path in life. Basically, I just wanted to explain to you guys why I've been gone for what 15 years. I'm still into the paranormal and investigating unexplained phenomena. Hence, the title of my site has been changed to Unexplained Phenomena Investigations because there are so many around the world, especially now with the UAPs, formerly known as UFOs, and they're everywhere. And which one is real with the advent of AI? Which one is actually authentic and which one isn't? That was my job before. When I was on national TV, I started in 2005 as a psychic investigator. Yes, that kind of person. So back then, let me tell you how I started. This is an introduction. This is my first video this is my first post. Unedited, raw. I don't like doing editing, so let's give it to you raw. Be nice. Negative comments will be removed. Unexplained Phenomena Investigations. I auditioned for my first TV show in 2004. Yes, late 2004. The show copyright was under ABS-CBN network in the Philippines. The title was Nginig, Ngiinig. I spelled that right, but it's all copyrighted, so I can't really post anything about those. I can't do the music and everything. I have to make it quiet and things like that. So I can't post anything that has any copyright infringements. So everything I'm going to show you now, these are all TV shows from ABS-CBN, GMA network. Most of these are GMA. If you look back, this was 8 months ago. It was still posting. I have let's look at everything, shall we? An introduction to myself. Some of the videos I'm going to show you because that was me, just me. So I do video games as well. It gets my mind off the existential thinking, where I don't want to think about what my role is in today's everyday existence and everything. I'm being overwhelmed every night, every day. I do a lot of dances. This is another I Wonder one. That's another TV show. Not a lot of views. I understand. I have not been active in so long. Although I do have a lot of views in my Kung Fu, which I'm going to play. This was what? Oh yeah, look how young I look. 16 likes. So copyright, whatever it is, the band was playing. So I'm going to forward. This was how I trained. So I started with the paranormal at a very young age. And part of my training in Kung Fu, which included meditations and breathing exercises, where you control your breathing, you control your mental thoughts, you control your heart rate, you have full control of your capacities. I started, at 13, 14 years old. I was in first year high school when I got into that. We used to live in Cebu City in the Philippines, one of the bigger provinces there in the Visayas region, where I learned Kung Fu in the park from actual masters who don't speak Filipino, Tagalog, or English. And the thing is, you have to prove to them that you know and you want to learn. You know what's going on, so you just... what I did was I followed the movements. And those guys, when they see you every day for like a month, without them speaking to you directly, they would be like, okay, this kid wants to learn. I was 14, right? So I'm going to teach him. So I learned Southern Dragon Kung Fu, a soft style. Wu style Tai Chi. I started with Yang style from a videotape. Videotapes, really. You got to learn from real people. And then push hands training. And the important part of this is the training itself for Kung Fu. I did all my other martial arts too. I did Krav Maga. It's a martial arts system. And then I did some Taekwondo. I have a black belt. We won the national championships. I was one of the team members. That was a long time ago. So a lot of discipline there, which made me into this person where I can control how I'm feeling during required situations like a job, like going on site doing investigations. I have learned, but on my own, if I'm by myself, I'm like, I don't need to be that kind of person. So I'm like, I'm just like anyone else. I succumb to a lot of emotions and such. But when I'm on site, there's someone to help. That's your motivation. And I'll explain to you all these things, how that activates, how these are the shows. I went to AHA. When I was in ABS-CBN, I was Star Circle Quest. I went to Star Circle Quest. I crossed over different shows. I know a lot of people, for crying out loud. I did the Kung Fu. This is one of those. This is an interview on GMA7.
Yung disruption na yun, nababasa ito. Tumutunog siya. What's the usual?
This is Lucy Torres. I think she's in politics now.
Okay, let's find out. Yeah. Okay, yan. Tanong ko muna, yung normal na tao, like if you were to start out niya. Okay.
It was scary for me because they're like, at this point, I have been doing paranormal investigations for what? So many years. 10 years already? So they say, we want you to guest on TV by yourself. Can you handle it by yourself? Usually you do duos for 15 minutes, just one. That's one segment. 15 minutes is one segment. But I've been doing it for so long, and the segment producers and researchers was like, come on set, and we will feature everything that you're doing. Can you do it on your own? Okay. So there it is. This is one of my best ones for Sweet Life. It's so my paranormal investigation methods. I started off just like everyone else who's doing psychic work, paranormal work, because the Philippines is influenced by like 80% Catholic and religious. It doesn't have to be Catholic, but most of the people there are religious because with hardships in life comes spiritual faith. It keeps you going. So let's talk about that in another topic. But so the network had to incorporate prayers or priests, exorcisms. I'm like, I like quantum mechanics. I like quantum theory. That's my approach on things. Sentient, the salient sciences, not sentient. Although I encounter sentient beings, if I'm like, they don't react to you, they're just memories. That we'll talk about that in a later date because that's another topic altogether. But as an introduction to who I am, hello. So this has been my field since 2005 professionally. But before that, I've been experiencing a lot of things when I was younger. But that's not documented. So I'm like, okay, that's just a story. I'll tell you those stories if you want to hear about it. But I auditioned at Starbucks. I was told to read in 2004, December, I believe. I needed to read all these staff members. They would put me in a hot seat, and I'd be surrounded by the staff. I'm like, okay, well, tell me something about you, and I had to be very accurate about it. So I had this rate of 80% accuracy with everything I'm saying by just looking at a person. I don't know. Don't tell me to explain about it. What is it? Entanglement? Am I getting signals from the multiverse? Am I linking myself with another version of me who has already done this? I don't know. That's why I like exploring this. What are those things? How do we explain it with current science? How do we explain it with theoretical science? Those are the things I want to do. So with this first one, that's my introduction. If you want to look at some of the videos, here it is. That's the website. That's my channel. 389 subscribers. Subscribe, like, place a comment, but nice comments only. Negative. I don't live in negativity. That's enough. That's personal life already. And I like the quiet, the peace and quiet, because you need to be very focused in order to do this. Relaxed and focused, no burdens. And I'm going to start this investigative, unexplained phenomena career again, because I love my job. I know I do home care and a behavioral technician for kids with special needs. But if you have done this, I have done this for over a decade, and your mind has been open to such things, you can't close it. You can't just tell me, oh, just forget about what you've seen when you were doing investigations. Forget about that person floating upside down with a reflection of whatever it is that killed her, or whoever it is that she has. That's for another episode. So this, as my first episode, thank you so much for the guys who stayed. Thank you so much for the guys who subscribed before. Subscribe and like whoever you are. If you're a new person, please, I need 1,000 subscribers just to get this going. And eventually I want to leave my day job and just transition to doing this. I want to do UFOs, UAPs. I want Joe Rogan to interview me, or interview Joe Rogan, whichever. Bob Lazar. Please, I want to interview Bob Lazar. I want to interview Avi Loeb. Science. I want to interview Brian Cox. I need all sides of this. I'm not going to be this person who's going to stay on one side and be biased, because this is what I believe. No, I'm going to interview every person. I'm going to investigate everything and do every kind of approach from emotional to cultural to anything. I would interview people with PhDs. I did this in the shows. We had a team of people, psychologists, physicians, folklorists. We have a lot. We have a university to access experts on. So I would rather rely on expert opinion and expert documented fact than speculation and assumption. This is what this channel is based on. We will explore it, you and I, and we will show what is a little off, and we will try to explain things that can't be explained. Make an attempt from every approach. That's what I'm going to do in this channel. I look forward to seeing you guys again, and thank you so much. I hope you're patient with me, because this is my first foray in doing things on my own. We had a crew of editors back then when I was on GMA Network, ABS-CBN. So this is my very first foray doing things by myself. Thank you so much for your patience. And yes, this will become more professional after we get more established. Thank you so much. It's cold here in Sacramento. I know. I'm in California now. And I don't like using the heater. It dries the air out, and I can't breathe. It gives me a dry throat, so I'd rather wear a thick jacket. It's more fashionable that way. Thank you, guys. Hope you like and subscribe. Thank you. I'll be seeing you again on the next broadcast.